In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on April 9, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Yankees versus Detroit Tigers. The New York Yankees are hitting the road to face off against the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. The Tigers have been on a roll this April, winning 6 of their last 7 games. They'll be extra motivated to sweep the Yankees and keep their momentum going in Wednesday's matchup. The Yankees, on the other hand, have struggled to put runs on the board in this series. Unfortunately for them, the challenge isn't going to get any easier as they prepare to face off against Jack Flaherty. Max Fried will take the mound for the Yankees, and they'll be counting on him to give them a chance to secure a win. As these two teams prepare for the game, it looks like we could be in for a pitcher's duel. Jack Flaherty hasn't been able to go deep into games in his 2 starts this season, but he's still been very effective. So far, he's 1-0 with a 2.38 earned run average and a WHIP of 0.88. Opposing hitters are only batting .154 against him, which doesn't bode well for the Yankees, as they'll have to face yet another tough pitcher in Detroit's rotation. Max Fried has been impressive in his 2 starts this season as well, posting a 2.61 earned run average and a WHIP of 1.55. The Yankees have been outscored 11-2 in this series, and if they want to stand a chance in this game, they'll need to put up some runs to give Fried some run support. In Detroit's last 6 games, they've posted an OPS of .829, averaging 5.2 runs per game. The Yankees, in contrast, have a .749 OPS over their last 7 games, averaging 5.3 runs per game. Overall, the Tigers seem to have the edge in this pitching matchup, but we all know how dangerous the Yankees lineup can be. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. This is a stronger starting pitcher matchup than you'll usually see this season. Both Fried and Flaherty are in the prime of their careers, and both teams have limited experience against them. The Yankees might come out on top, but if these two pitchers perform up to their potential, this Wednesday afternoon game won't be a high-scoring one. On top of that, both bullpens ranked in the top 5 for earned run average last year, which should help keep the scoring low, especially if Fried and Flaherty can both go at least 6 innings. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Rangers versus Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs are set to continue their home series against the Texas Rangers at Wrigley Field. So far, Chicago has taken the first 2 games of the series, giving them a solid start as they look to extend their lead. The Cubs have been on a roll lately, winning 6 of their last 7 games, while the Rangers have had a strong run as well, with 5 wins in their last 6 games. However, Chicago seems to have the upper hand in this matchup. Their offense has been particularly effective against right-handed pitchers, especially when playing at home. They've also had a lot of success against Maul, who struggled in his most recent outing against them, giving up 8 runs. With the Rangers bullpen also facing challenges, they could find it difficult to slow down the Cubs' offense. On the other hand, Texas is likely to face struggles offensively. The Rangers have had trouble against left-handed pitchers, and Imanaga has been strong on the mound this season. He's only allowed 3 runs in his first 2 starts, and dating back to last season, he's given up just 3 runs in his last 5 starts at home. With Imanaga on the mound, Texas will have a tough time breaking through and putting up significant runs. This game features a Cubs team looking to build on their momentum after taking the first 2 games of the series at home. While Chicago's offense has been inconsistent at times, they've shown they can string together good at-bats, particularly in the comfortable surroundings of Wrigley Field. The Rangers, on the other hand, come into the game with one of the stronger pitching staffs in baseball. Still, they've been vulnerable on the road, where their earned run average has increased and opposing teams have had more success. Texas has done a good job of limiting home runs and extra base hits, but Chicago's approach at the plate, they rank in the top 10 in walks, could force long at-bats and create opportunities for scoring. If the Cubs stay patient and make the Rangers pitchers work, they should be able to defend their home turf with a victory. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. The Rangers have gone under the total in 4 of their last 6 games. They've been averaging just 3 runs per game, and in their last 3 road games, they've scored only 0.66 runs per game. Against left-handed pitchers, they're batting just .216, which doesn't bode well against Imanaga, who has been dominant. He's allowed only 2 runs in his last 3 starts. On the other side, the Cubs have been scoring at a strong pace, averaging 6.46 runs per game, with 7 runs per game in their last 3 home games. They're batting .252 against right-handed pitchers, and Maul, despite his strong start to the season, gave up 1 run in his first 2 starts. This game features 2 teams whose offenses have been inconsistent, which makes it hard to predict a high-scoring affair despite the way the series has unfolded so far. The Cubs have struggled to generate consistent offense at times, particularly against good starting pitchers, while the Rangers have seen their production dip on the road, averaging fewer runs away from Arlington. Both teams are in the bottom half of the league in batting average and strike out at a high rate, making it harder for them to string together big innings. On the mound, Texas has a solid starting rotation that excels at limiting hard contact. If both teams continue to struggle with offensive consistency and fail to capitalize early in the game, this contest has all the signs of being a low-scoring one. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Washington Nationals. The Los Angeles Dodgers are gearing up to face the Washington Nationals this Wednesday for the 3rd game of their current series. Washington has surprised many by taking the first 2 games of this series, and now they're looking to complete the sweep. The Dodgers, on the other hand, are desperate to avoid a series sweep after dropping the first 2 games. Washington, a young team, had a tough start to the season, losing 2 of their first 3 series. Landon Knack, the Dodgers pitcher, had a solid rookie season, and he'll be key for them in this game. The right-hander posted a 3.65 earned run average and a 1.1 WHIP last year. In his matchups against Washington, Knack has been effective, allowing just 4 runs over 11 innings. On the other side, Nationals pitcher Jake Irvin has struggled. In his previous start this past weekend, Irvin gave up 4 runs, and historically, he hasn't had much success against the Dodgers. Irvin holds a career earned run average of 4.57 and a WHIP of 1.47, and last season, he had a 5 earned run average at Nationals Park. In fact, Washington has lost 8 of his last 10 starts. Offensively, the Nationals have been heating up recently. They've managed to score 23 runs in their last 4 games, while the Dodgers pitching staff has allowed 6 or more runs in 3 straight games. Los Angeles, which had been performing well for much of the season, has seen a bit of a decline in the last 5 games, particularly with pitching issues and some injuries to deal with. In this matchup, the Dodgers are starting Knack, who has had some strong performances over the past 2 seasons, while the Nationals are going with Irvin, who has allowed 6 earned runs and 14 hits in his 2 starts this year. Given Irvin's struggles, I expect the Dodgers to bounce back in this game. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The over has hit in both of the first 2 games of this series, with each game reaching 10 total runs and surpassing the total lines of 7.5 and 8.5 runs. While it's expected that the total line will be adjusted upward because of those high-scoring games, it's unlikely we'll see a 3rd straight game where both teams score 10 or more runs. The Dodgers rank 9th in runs per game at 4.85 and 4th in slugging percentage at 0.461. But even with those strong numbers, they've still had at least 1 game in each of their 4 previous series where the total stayed under 10 runs. The Nationals have also been more hit or miss offensively, only surpassing the 10-run mark in 1 of their last 6 games before this series. While they did set a new season high in runs with their 8-2 win on Tuesday, I don't expect them to break that mark again so soon. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Angels versus Tampa Bay Rays. The MLB season keeps rolling on Wednesday with an exciting American League matchup featuring the Los Angeles Angels and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Angels are looking to climb back to the top of the American League West after enduring a string of difficult seasons near the bottom of the standings. On the other hand, the Rays have been forced to make some changes to their roster again this year, mainly due to salary constraints, but they're determined to make a push for the playoffs after missing out in 2024. Kikuchi has the ability to rack up strikeouts, but his lack of control often keeps him from pitching deep into games. He tends to rack up a high pitch count early on, which will likely force him to hand the ball over to the Angels bullpen before the middle innings. On the other side, the Rays' Pepiot has been impressive in his 2 starts this season, boasting an earned run average of 2.45, while the Angels lineup has been struggling with a team batting average of just .234. They'll have a tough time against the Rays' solid pitching. The Rays also have a stronger bullpen, and their lineup has the ability to grind down the opposition. As our first pick for this matchup, the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. The Rays are a team designed to win low-scoring games and focus on limiting the opposition's chances to score. With a team earned run average below 3 so far this season and only 5 home runs hit, their strength lies in pitching and defense. The Angels, hitting just .234 as a team, will face a tough challenge against Pepiot, who has a stellar 2.45 earned run average. Given the way the Rays play, this game is likely to resemble their usual low-scoring style and should stay under the projected total. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Atlanta Braves. On Wednesday, 2 powerhouse teams from the National League East will face off as Atlanta hosts Philadelphia in the second game of their 3-game series. This matchup promises to be an exciting one as both teams bring plenty of talent to the table. After a rough start to the season, the Braves will be looking to regain their footing, and they'll be hoping to do so at the expense of one of their most bitter rivals. The Braves' struggles with scoring have been evident all season, and while their sudden offensive explosion on Tuesday might make it seem like they've turned a corner, it's important not to be fooled. This team just hasn't been able to put up consistent runs, and now they'll face off against Walker, who was dominant in his first start of the season. If he pitches anything like he did in that debut, the Braves' offense is in for a tough challenge. Despite Tuesday's loss, the Phillies are well positioned to bounce back in this game. After a tough 2024, Taijuan Walker's impressive first start offers a glimmer of hope as they take on an inconsistent Braves lineup that has struggled to produce runs. Philadelphia has won 5 of their last 7 games, and with favorable odds on a team with a superior offense, the Phillies are primed to make a strong comeback tonight. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. The pitching matchup here is shaky at best. While Walker had a solid start to the season, let's not forget how bad his performance was last year. On the other hand, Grant Holmes has a history of giving up runs early and is unlikely to go deep into the game. Both teams also have bullpens ranked in the bottom half of MLB for earned run average, which suggests that late-game scoring opportunities are likely to arise again in this matchup. One thing was made abundantly clear from Tuesday's game: both Atlanta and Philadelphia have stacked lineups, even if the Braves are dealing with some personnel issues. The 2 teams combined for a total of 12 runs and 20 hits, and they managed to do so with 2 of the league's best pitchers, Chris Sale and Zach Wheeler, on the mound. Neither Walker nor Holmes quite measure up to that level of talent, so expect the hitters to take center stage in this game. With both offenses clicking, we can expect the scoreboard to keep ticking along at a fast pace. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.